Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw a rabbit. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the head. An easy way to draw a circle is to first make a couple of small marks to indicate the circle's height, and then on the sides make a couple more small marks to indicate the circle's width. Then connect the small marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. You don't have to draw a perfect circle, but if you're having trouble drawing one, just trace the outer edge of a coin, a bottle cap, or anything else with a circular edge. Inside the circle, draw a curved horizontal line for a construction guide. Place the line slightly lower than the center of the circle. On the top left side, draw a curved vertical line for another construction guide. On the bottom half of the head, draw a big oval as a guide for the muzzle. Pay attention to the size of the oval in relation to the head. The bottom left side of the oval will be outside of the head. Sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also pause the video as you follow along to draw at your own pace. High above the top right side of the head, make a small mark for the first part of the ear. Connect the small mark to the head using curved lines to finish the guide for the ear. The shape of the ear is basically a tall arc. Draw the ear on the left the same way. Make the ears long in relation to the head. Below the head, draw a big circle as a guide for the body. Use the small marks method to draw this circle too. First make a few small marks to indicate the sides of the circle, and then connect the small marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. This circle should be about 1.5 times the size of the head circle. On the bottom part of the body, draw 2 short vertical lines as guides for the front leg. Make the shape of the leg wide at the top and narrow at the bottom. On the bottom of the lines, draw a small half circle as a guide for the foot. Draw similar shapes to the left as guides for the other front leg. Use vertical lines for the leg and a half circle for the foot. To the right, draw a long curved line as a guide for the back portion of the body. Curve this line to the right and then downward. Close off the shape at the bottom with a horizontal line. Inside the body, draw a curved horizontal line as a guide for the hind foot. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Inside the head, lightly sketch a small circle for the eye. Place the eye on top of the horizontal construction guide and to the right of the muzzle. When you get the shape of the eye right, darken the lines. Draw an extra curved line at the top for the eyelashes. Draw the eyelashes as a big shape instead of individual lines. Add a curved line at the bottom for the bare skin. Inside the eye, off to the side, draw a tiny circle for a highlight. On the left side, draw a curved vertical line for the side of the head. Draw this line close to the edge of the initial circle. Draw a curved line for the visible section of the other eye. Add a small pointy shape at the top for the eyelashes. Inside the muzzle, draw a small V-shaped line for the nose. Place the nose close to the edge of the head circle. Draw another angled line to make the shape of the nose thicker. Draw a couple of short lines at the top to give the nose structure. Below the nose, draw a line that slopes to the right for the first part of the mouth. Draw another sloping line to the left for the rest of the mouth. Darken the left side of the oval for the side of the muzzle. On the right side, draw a curved vertical line for the other side of the muzzle. Place this line to the right of the oval and below the eye on the right. Below the mouth, draw a wavy line for the chin. Keep this line close to the mouth. Darken the tall arc on the top right side of the head for the first ear. Make the ear a bit more curved than the guide. Inside the shape, draw a couple of long curved lines for the ear's opening. The bottom of the ear's opening should be thin. Use the shape to the left as a guide to draw the other ear the same way. Darken the guide and draw a couple of curved lines inside the shape for the ear's opening. Use the first circle as a guide to draw the rest of the head. Follow the basic path of the circle as you draw the shape of the head, but make the sides flatter. At the bottom, make the head bigger than the initial circle. Use a series of short strokes and angled lines to create a furry texture at the bottom. If you've made it this far, don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Use the shapes that are under the body in the middle as guides to draw the first leg. Darken the basic paths of the guides to create the shape of the leg. Inside the foot, draw two short vertical lines to separate the toes. Use the shapes to the left as guides to draw the other foot the same way. Darken the outer edges of the guides and use short strokes for a furry texture. Add a couple of short lines inside the foot to separate the toes. Darken the outer edges of the other guides to create the rest of the body. Use a few short strokes to create a furry texture. Darken the shape at the bottom for the hind foot. Draw a couple of short curved lines inside to separate the toes. Now erase the initial guidelines. The next few steps are sped up so that the video isn't too long. You don't have to erase all of the guidelines. It's okay if you leave some behind. Now shade your drawing. Use a medium value across the main part of the body. Shade lightly at first and gradually build up to darker values. For light values, push down very lightly on your pencil, then push down harder for darker values. Use darker values for the outer sections of the ears and the muzzle. Leave a few areas blank around the eyes and along the bottom part of the head for white fur. Use dark values to shade the eyes, but leave thin sections blank at the tops for highlights. Use a medium value all over the body. As you shade, use strokes that go in the direction of the fur. Add a darker value throughout the body to create shadows. Shadows will give the figure more dimension and volume. Slowly and gradually add more value across the body. Add small sections of dark value across the body to create clumps of fur. Draw long strokes on the sides of the muzzle for the whiskers. Along the bottom, draw a series of short and long strokes to create a grass-like texture. Darken the final lines to emphasize the shapes. Shading can be time-consuming, so be patient and take breaks. Keep shading until you're happy with the result, and that's it for the rabbit. Remember to pause the video to draw at your own pace. Also, please visit howtodrawanimals.com for more tutorials. That's how, and then the number 2, then drawanimals.com. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider buying my books on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. Let me know in the comments what other animals you want to see me draw. Don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.